A teammate can look strong, focused, and fully in control, and still be caring more than anyone sees. That is why caring conversations matter. For college student-athlete Connect leaders, they are not extra. They are part of leadership. Every day, student-athletes are asked to perform in 3 different arenas at once. They have to compete in their sport. They have to succeed in the classroom. And they have to manage everything else that comes with college life, including relationships, identity, social media, NIL pressure, and the expectation to be an example for others. That is a heavy load. And sometimes, the people who seem the strongest are the least likely to say they are struggling. This is where a Connect leader makes a real difference. Not by having all the answers, not by giving a speech, but by showing up with care, curiosity, and generosity. In the Aspire to Give spirit, leadership starts with giving your presence, your attention, and your respect. A generous conversation says, "You matter. I'm here. You don't have to carry this alone." The goal is not to fix someone in one conversation. The goal is to open a door, to help a teammate feel seen, to create enough trust that they can think clearly, speak honestly, and take the next right step. That begins with caring questions. Open-ended questions. Questions that cannot be answered with just "fine" or "I'm good." Try questions like, "What has felt hardest lately? How are you really doing with everything on your plate? What has been weighing on you the most?" Or, "What kind of support would help right now?" These questions are simple, but they invite real answers. Then comes the part many people skip. Listen. Listen most of the time. If you are doing most of the talking, you are probably missing most of the truth. Active listening means you stay present. You do not interrupt. You do not rush to compare their story to yours. You do not jump straight into advice. Instead, you make room. You might say, "That sounds like a lot. Tell me more." Or, "I can see why that would be tough." Sometimes the most powerful thing you can offer is not a solution. It is steady attention. Great teammates also learn the life situation behind the performance. One player may be missing classes because of travel stress. Another may be smiling in public and battling anxiety in private. A younger teammate may be adjusting to being away from home for the first time. Someone else may be dealing with online criticism, money decisions, family pressure, injury, or the fear of losing a role. When you understand the person, you can support the player. When you only look at performance, you miss the whole picture. That support can be practical. It might mean checking in after practice, walking with someone to get help, encouraging them to talk with a coach, counselor, athletic trainer, academic advisor, or another trusted adult. Caring leadership does not mean doing everything yourself. It means helping people take the next healthy step. This matters even more for peers and younger teammates. College is full of choices, challenges, changes, and uncertainty. Roles change. Expectations change. Confidence changes. Sometimes even friendships change. A Connect leader helps others adapt on purpose, not just react by accident. That is what life transition by design looks like. You slow the moment down. You help someone name what is happening. You help them see options. And you remind them that asking for support is a strength, not a weakness. And here is the deeper truth. When you learn to have caring, generous conversations with others, you also grow in self-leadership. You become more aware, more grounded, more trustworthy. You learn how to respond instead of react. You learn how to lead with empathy under pressure. And you learn that real influence is not just about being watched. It is about being available. Winning, then, is bigger than the scoreboard. It is helping create a team culture where people can breathe, speak honestly, and get support before small struggles become bigger problems. It is building the kind of trust that strengthens performance, deepens belonging, and prepares people for life beyond college. On the field, in the classroom, and in life, that kind of leadership lasts. So reach out. Ask the caring question. Listen longer. Learn what someone is really carrying. Be the teammate who notices. Be the leader who stays. And no matter what challenges, changes, or choices lie ahead, remember this: a generous conversation can be the moment that helps someone keep going, keep growing, and keep believing they do not have to face the journey alone.